Good Friday morning. It's August 8th. Or no, excuse me. August 9th. We are getting the remnants of the Hurricane Debbie. I didn't stop and look at the rain gauge when I went by it, but it looked like there was pretty close to an inch in it so far. It's supposed to get heavier as the afternoon goes on. Right now it's not horrible. As long as it's not a torrential downpour, a couple inches of rain won't hurt us at all. It'll soak in pretty quick and it'll actually be pretty damn good. But so yeah, I mowed that off yesterday with the brush hog, the headland there. Oh, I hear Toby. Oh, look, it's Toby. What's up, buddy? I know you want to be petted, that's all. So I guess tomorrow I'll turn it back on and let you know what we ended up with for a total. It's 7 o'clock at night. We got 3.1 inches of rain and the sun is out. I'm sure there's probably a little water standing on that headland that you just can't see from here. I'm sure down in the corner of that bean field we have water in our yard that's ponded up in one spot. Not horrible. Like Barb and I were talking, by morning it'll probably be gone. I mean, we weren't bone ass dry, but we were dry enough that we could take 3 inches of rain. It came a little fast and furious at some points. You can see the floor there, and you know, my doors here, how wet they got, and how it came in on the floor. A buddy of mine's up north right now to Canton because we were supposed to, his father lives up there. I think his dad's like 89. We were supposed to go up there and play golf today, but we obviously didn't. But he went up for the weekend, and his father's house is kind of flooded right now. So he's waiting for his cousin, who owns a business that does that work, flooding and fire damage, to show up with his truck to help, you know, unflood the house. But yeah, I had to come out and feed the toaster. So I figured I'd dump the rain gauge and tell you. So it's Saturday morning. You can't even tell we had 3 inches of rain. I mean, seriously. Sun shining. It's about 9:30 in the morning. Toby's chilling. Huh, Tobe? Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, buddy. You tell him. You're chilling, huh? So anyways, the ponding that was in our yard is gone. Completely sucked in overnight. So, yeah. But, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 miles at the most west of me here. For those of you somewhat local, or Michael Brash who likes to look up on maps. Route 38, the other side of Cato, over here, like I said, west of me. 5, 6 miles away, where I take my trucks to get tires and stuff like that, Rick's Tire Service. Well, you've heard Jimmy and I talk about Zip and Sarah on the live streams, because they're usually grocery shopping on their way home from grocery shopping when we do our live streams. They, Zip's, his father's the one who started Rick's Tire. Now Zip and his sister Tammy are running it. Sarah, who is on YouTube, so if you want to go watch the video, god dang, flies are horrible this morning though. Sarah F. New York Country Girl, I think is what it's called. Sarah, then capital F, New York Country Girl. She put up a video. They got 7 inches of rain. Yeah, so just, and she shows the rain gauge. So she was out in it filming with her phone in a like lunch baggie, you know, one of them plastic baggies. So like I said, 5, 6 miles at the most west of me, got more than double what I got. So it's kind of interesting the way it falls, the rain. Yeah, this nut job here, he just pet me. That's all I care about. Whoops, I flopped in my chair. Anyways, so all I'm gonna put on, I might show you the bean field next to my house. The part I showed you in the last video there that used to be pasture, so it's had tons of cow shit over the years. That got mopped around a little. I don't think other than that, we might drive up on Denison Road, look at those beans. I doubt they did, but those were pretty thick and tall down there next to the house. That's why, because it came heavy for a while there yesterday. And we had wind, but not torrential wind. So maybe at the end of the video, I'll show that. But what I'm going to talk about in this video is, well, for one, there was no dipshits in the last video. There will be in the next one, because I'm sure TT and the gang will jump in on this video. But so the dipshits for this video are going to be all the so-called undecided voters. Yeah, I love when the news people go out and talk to the undecided voters. Why are you undecided? And they sit there and hum and haw. Well, I don't get it. How you can be fucking undecided at this point, because you have what happened under Trump's presidency when he got elected 2016, and what's going on now, and what will continue going on if Harris and this pedophile lover Walz gets in. Let's see. Under Trump, we had a good economy, cheap gas, cheap food, respected around the world. Now I know the haters will jump in on that. Oh, Trump was such an asshole. All the world leaders hated him. They might have hated him, but they respected us, and they didn't fuck with us when Trump was president. Because let's see, when he was president, like when he went to the, G7, G20, all the different world leader meetings, he'd push his way right through the crowd of the world leaders and put himself front and center. And people thought that was just arrogant and all that. I thought it was great, because he was basically telling the world, don't fuck with us. Pudding Brain, he was over in the corner wondering if they were going to serve chocolate chip ice cream. And the rest of the world leaders were laughing at him. Or they were holding his hand and leading him around. You think Kamala's going to be much better? I mean, she won't need to be, led around because she's got dementia, but she'll be over in the corner cackling. Oh my God. So let's see, no wars, no funding wars, no sending our taxpayer dollars to foreign countries to fund wars. You realize we're still sending money to the Taliban? You realize we're still, helping fund Taliban families and whatnot? So let's see, we're propping up Ukraine's retirement funds, basically, while we're crushing our own here in this country. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, right? Yep. Oh, folks. And then let's see. If you're undecided and you decide you want Harris Walz, let's see, as governor of Minnesota, he was all for watching Minneapolis burn to the ground in 2020. Yep. Didn't send in the National Guard because of a paperwork issue, he claimed. Yep. And let's remember that good old Camel Toe was, because it's still out there on social media. That's the one beauty of social media. She was putting it out there that donate money to help, bail these people out that were looting and burning and beating and killing and all that. Yep, let's bail them out. Yep, so that's going to be the Harris Walz ticket. That's going to be the Harris Walz presidency for 4 years. Defund the police. Let's see, Walz signed into law, the MAPS, the minor attracted people. Yep, that's now a sexual class or some sort of bullshit in Minnesota that is protected. Yep, because Walz signed it, because he's all for pedophiles. Yep, he signed a thing where, if you're a 10-year-old decides they want a sex change, they want to be a trans, and as a parent you say, well, wait a minute there, little Jimmy, we need to discuss this and maybe go get some professional help and whatnot. Nope, government can come in and swoop your kid up and just go cut their nuts off and let little Jimmy be little Jenny now. I mean, that's the vice president that you're undecided about. What the fuck? I mean, what is there to be undecided about? Was Trump a pompous ass? Yep. But sometimes that wasn't a bad thing, that he was a pompous ass. That's why we were respected around the world. There's media interviews out there where old Camel Toe says, yeah, we need to rethink ICE. Oh, really? Yep. So how much more wide open can we make the border? And then you got the John Deere toilet brush, as we call her, because of that green and yellow outfit she wore that one day, the press secretary there, KJP, spouting more lies at the podium like she always does. Her latest one is, we inherited rising crime rates from the Trump administration. Really? Okay. But yet, Biden and Harris were all for, and now Harris and Walz are all for open borders. Yep. But you inherited. Everything is inherited from Trump that's bad now. Imagine that. So, for you undecideds, why don't you go ask Laken Riley's family? The young Georgia student there, college student, that was murdered by an illegal alien. Why don't you go talk to all the families, especially of the women, of the females that were raped and murdered by illegal aliens? Yeah. Why don't you go talk to the business owners who places have been broken into in all these big libtard cities by the illegal aliens? Why don't you go talk to the cops, like the ones in New York City, who, you've all seen the videos, if you hadn't, look it up, of the illegal aliens that beat the shit out of that one cop, and 2 hours later, they were out on bail, and they were shipped off to California. Yep, imagine that. I don't fucking get how you can be undecided. You either want our country to be our country again, or you want our country to continue going down the shitter like it has for the last 4 years and turning into a communist country. And for those that vote for that, I don't understand how you don't think it, will affect you. You somehow seem to think that, I voted for them, so they're going to separate me out. They're going to give us our own gas stations and grocery stores where it's cheaper, and banks where the interest rates have it more than doubled. Wake the fuck up. Because if you've got kids or grandkids, guess who's going to suffer and pay for this for the rest of their lives? It's your kids and your grandkids. So again, I don't see how anyone can be undecided right now. Is Trump a pompous ass sometimes? Yep. But I'm not voting for him for his personality. I'm voting for him for what was going on in this country before the pandemic got thrown at him. The one that Fauci predicted in 2017. Yeah. So, and if you think we have free and fair elections, and 2020 was, nothing wrong with it and whatnot, yeah. Our hunting licenses here in New York State come out August 1st, so Chelsea and I went and got our licenses. Now, I have her lifetime license I bought years ago when she was little, because it's paid for itself now. But in order to get the doe permits, you still have to go to the town clerk and get those. And she still has to for her muzzleloader. My father had his lifetime license too. As you all remember, he died in July of 2020. His showed up again for the 3rd year in a row in the mail here last week. So, yep, 3 years dead, but yet still getting his lifetime license. But that, dead people could never vote though, and there's nothing wrong with our elections because they're on top of everything. Yeah, wake the fuck up. Who would you vote for? Yeah, I know who you'd vote for. Okay, so I was gonna, I said, make a short video for once, but I just sit here and stew thinking about shit. How about Hawaii? A Democrat-run state, How about Lahaina? It's been a year now. Where's the kids? Where's all the rebuilding going on to rebuild that little city? I mean, They still talking about their 15-minute cities? Is that what they're going to do with it? I'm telling you, folks, I don't understand how you can be undecided. I mean, just look back at all the different things like that, like Lahaina and whatnot, and ask yourself, does that seem normal? I mean, when a hurricane comes through, like just came through, shit's being rebuilt like the next day. Insurance companies are in there, figuring out the claims, getting the people their money. Houses are being rebuilt. Businesses are being rebuilt. But why isn't that happening there? Ask yourself those questions. I don't know. I can't grasp how you can be undecided. You either want a free country that we used to live in and that Trump was trying to get us back to, or you want communism, basically. I mean, it's, when you got all these people on the left that want to defund the police, Walls has said, the video's out there, free speech isn't free, the government should be able to dictate what free speech is because of disinformation and misinformation, as they call it. Did we ever hear about disinformation and misinformation before the old Wuhan flu? No. I mean, I don't give a fuck if somebody wants to come here right now and tell me that sky is green and that grass is blue. That's your right, because that's called free speech. Is that disinformation? No, that's me being a fucking retard if I believe you, because I can walk outside and see that the grass is green and the sky is blue. So that cat is gray with white. You're not orange. No. But I guess if somebody wanted to come in here and tell me that cat identifies as orange, whatever. But that's what cracks me up. It's disinformation if you say something against what the narrative is. But yet they can't tell you what a woman is. But you should vote for Kamala because she's a woman and she's black. Yep. I mean, there's how many genders according to the left? When reality, there's two, whether you like it or not. But yet, that's not disinformation because that's part of the agenda. So anything that goes against the agenda is disinformation. And that's what Walls is all about. So for you undecided people, there's your choice again. Freedom or the government telling you what you can do, when you're going to do it, and if you can even do it. That's communism. They're undecided idiots. So wake the fuck up. I mean, I'm just going to do the one more thing right now, which is remember to get your Grumpy Farmer apparel. Push on the Grumpy Farmer apparel link. Oh, and for those like in the last video where we were talking about shoes, and I said send me an email. All right, apparently some of you don't know how to go to the description of the videos. So I'm going to go to my last video. Oh, let me turn it down. All right, so here is, whoops, almost dropped my phone. Come on. Here is the last video. Okay, it's going through the little thing at the beginning. See the word more? Okay, it shows the views, 16,000 views 4 days ago, and it says more. Push on more. There you go. Grumpy Farmer apparel link. There's my email, acdennison7230@yahoo.com, address, whatnot. That's how you go to the description of all the videos. Just push on more. So, or if the word more isn't there, because sometimes I haven't seen it there, there's like a little cursor, a little arrow, push on that. But that's how you get to the description of every video. So Now you know, for those that were saying, you know, I don't know how to find your email address. So, all right. We'll see you in the next one. And I might still drive down the road. I don't know. We'll see. Here's the beans next to my house. As you can see, they got flapped around a little. Yeah, volunteer corn sticks out more. But that's just pretty much that one spot, like I said, where it's really fertile from all the cow shit over the years, and they were taller than the rest. Roll the window up so you can hear me. I'm gonna go up to my brother's and pick some sweet corn for supper, so I figure we'll swing by the bean field down the road from his house. I don't know what these balloons are that are up in the air here, but we got balloons up in the air. Not sure what that's all about, but anyways. So, you know, in the shop, my mind just rolls and rolls and rolls with this bullshit. So, how about you undecideds? Go talk to the families of the people that have had loved ones, you know, family members or friends die of fentanyl overdoses. Considering our borders wide open, where do you think it's coming from? You know, under the Biden-Harris administration, for the first time ever, we had 100,000 people in a year's time die from drug overdoses. Yep. And I know there's people that have said to me before, well, presidents, they don't have any control over all of these things. Oh, a president's policies doesn't, you know, make a difference for gas prices and stuff? When, you know, you shut down a pipeline on day one with an executive order and shut down drilling permits and all sorts of other shit? No effect whatsoever. None. I mean, wake up, you undecideds. All right, I'm gonna do a 3-point turn in the road here so that we can take a quick look at these beans on the side of the road. All right, cranking her around. I don't want to end up down in my bean field. Whoa, almost did. I don't know if you can tell how much we're... I gotta put it in 4-wheel drive so that the front tires grab. There. Because I was too close. I was in the grass and I was spinning. Alright. Those didn't get flapped around. So it's just those tall ones that got flapped around. Alright, now the video's over. So I'm in the house now. Yes, I like to sit in the dark when I'm watching TV. Yankee game on this afternoon. So good old Ronnie Riel, he just finally decided to comment, so he joins the dipshit list. Yep, he likes to wait 3 or 4 days apparently. So I pinned it, so y'all will have to go back to the last video, the video called They Suck. Yep, because, you know, I think the MO here is if you wait, then he won't get, you know, pounced on by all of you people. But he makes some really, really stupid comments as to why he would never vote for Trump. So go back to the last video and check out the pinned comment. He's the ultimate dipshit, along with you undecided voters.